Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go over a rookie mistake that a lot of beginning lifters make. Whether you're a gym bro, you're trying to be a bodybuilder, or you're trying to get bigger for a sport, I'm going to go over this mistake and I'm going to go over a couple things that you can do to avoid it and not let it happen to you. So when you're trying to gain weight and get big for the first time, or maybe you've lifted before and trying to get big again, something that so many people do is try to get too big too fast. So if you're trying to gain weight, imagine that you want to see yourself put on 15 pounds in a month, or maybe 20 pounds in 2 months, something like that, right? A major dramatic gain really fast. Maybe you're doing this because of a YouTube video that you saw, or maybe it was Men's Health or some other kind of fitness magazine at the grocery store. But the fact of the matter is, you really need to be aiming for something more like 4 pounds a month. Because if you're going much beyond that, the gains that you're making on the scale are not muscle. I hate to break it to you, but you're just getting fat, and that's the truth. What you want to do is have a controlled rate of growth. So let me give you a little bit of background on myself and why I can tell you about these things. I'm one of the owners of a nutrition app called Avatar Nutrition. We've worked with over 150,000 people, whether they're trying to get bigger by gaining muscle, or whether they're trying to lose weight. About 80% of our people have been fat loss, as that's the most common goal in the general population. But I can tell you by looking at the data that when people go beyond the expectations of what the algorithm is, they're not putting on lean body mass. But when they stay within that range of about a pound, anywhere from 0.8 to 1.2 pounds per week on average, they're putting on a significantly higher amount of lean body mass on their frames, which is the whole point of going to the gym in the first place. You don't want to get bigger in your belly, you want to get bigger in your arms, right? You want to get jacked and juicy, as they say, whoever they are. But anyway, that's one of the things that you can do is just think about the rate of gain that you're seeing on a week-to-week basis and then carry that over the course of months. You might not say a pound a week, that's so slow. How am I going to be making any progress? Well, if you think about it, start to zoom out. Instead of thinking about it just in a 1 week time frame, think about that in a month, right? So over the course of a month, you might put on 4 pounds. Over the course of 5 months, now you're up 20 pounds. Now think about if you're a 160 pound guy, going from 160 to 180 is significant, or going from 180 to 200 is also significant. And in a 5 month period, you can do that. I mean, you are gonna be gaining some body fat, but you're gonna be significantly limiting it. And if you were to go from 180 to 220 all in one go, it's not like you're getting 20 extra pounds of lean body mass. That's probably just gonna be body fat. So that being said, that's one thing that you can do is control the rate that you're gaining. If you're gaining too fast, slow down your food intake. The next thing that you need to do is focus on what's happening with your lifting. If you're not measuring your progress and you're not on a structured program, you're really selling yourself short. As you're gaining body weight, you should notice that your strength is quantifiably improving in your different lifts. Preferably you're doing your big three, your squats, your bench press, and your deadlift. And you can start to track over time how your performance is changing. So as you're starting to gain body weight, you should see your numbers going up, whether it's your 1 rep max, or whether it's what you can do for a set of 5, or a set of 8, or a set of 10. Just make sure that you're measuring your performance. It's a gigantic mistake to go to the gym and just aimlessly lift weights, go from one machine to the other, and just kind of, oh, let me see how I feel today, right? And I'll kind of gauge what I'm doing off that, but never keep track of anything. If you really want to get the most out of your results and get the most out of your workouts and all this effort that you're putting in, track your stuff. So track your workouts, what you're lifting, and make sure that you're progressively increasing it. If you want to look for a good program, anything that incorporates progressive overload is going to help you out. And anything that you're going to see training volume tracked is going to help too. And all training volume is your sets times your reps times your weight, and that gives you a pound total. And you can kind of look at how that's changing week to week, whether it's on a different exercise or a different body part. So track what you're doing, track what you're eating, right? You want to be consistent with that. And if you're gaining too fast and you're not tracking what you're eating, you don't really know how to change any of those food variables. And then track what you're doing with your lifting. If you're tracking what you're doing there and you're seeing really good progress with your lifts, something's going right. Because you always want to look at the different areas that you can win in. Whether it's, oh yeah, my arm is looking bigger, or oh, my traps are getting juicier, whatever you want to say. You want to have something quantifiable that you can look at, but you could also look at performance increases on those different lifts. Hey, my squat's going up. Hey, I feel more comfortable on bench. hey, my shoulders feel better when I'm lifting. You name it, there's all these different things that you can look at. So anyway, I hope this video helps you out, it helps you on your journey wherever you're at. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question, leave a comment. I'm more than happy to answer you. And have an awesome rest of your day. And track what you're doing.